You can follow your diet rigorously for 2 weeks, then break it by binging on chocolate ice cream cake 1 week. You can give up alcohol for a month and a half, and then one weekend go absolutely ham when it's your mate's birthday. Getting off track means something completely different to each and every one of us. You always feel it creeping in. It slowly seeps into our bones. Having a hiccup does not make someone a failure. It does the complete opposite. In fact, it makes you a genuine, real person. Anybody can fall. Even the most successful people in the world fall. But what separates them is their ability to pick themselves back up and get back on track quickly. When you're going through a transformational period in your life, you have to anticipate that you will fall off the track. It can be because of you, it can be the people that you surround yourself with, or it can be factors that are out of your control, like Ebola. The examples that I mentioned are part of my journey. They may seem completely unimportant to most, but they're personal, they matter to me. I'm referring to, the diet and the alcohol, not the Ebola. Strategy is key when getting back on track. Some ways to do so. Number one, keep it simple. If you have a schedule you're following, make sure you do the things you want to in smaller ways. For example, if you have a deadline to write a 2,000-word essay, write the first paragraph. If you're learning to play music, you can't do a full 45-minute practice session, strum 3 chords. It's the cumulative impact of always sticking to your schedule that actually allows you to grow. Number 2, accountability. Having someone by your side, a friend, family member. If you've ever played sports and been part of a team with friends and you had other players and you had coaches, there was always an expectation for you to be there for the training. If you weren't there, you're answering some awkward questions. And because you had accountability, you show up. Fast forwarding this into the more grown-up life. Do this with a friend. If you're having trouble sticking to a regular routine in the gym, go with a friend. Have each other accountable. If someone starts giving you that BS excuse, you can smell it in the distance, ask them to pay up. Make a bet of £3. It sounds pretty ridiculous, but no one wants to lose out on £3. Number 3, similar to number 1, but just because you can't do a backflip doesn't mean you should not attempt a back roll. Yeah, that doesn't really make sense, but what I'm trying to say is just because you start small doesn't mean it's not benefiting you. It's better to eat 1 healthy meal a week as opposed to 7 full days of garbage. It is literally impossible to be an expert overnight. So there's no need to make things harder for yourself and get overwhelmed. Start with something you can handle and then over time, gradually increase it. A lot of the time, just the starting gets you going. I know I'm mentioning the gym a lot, but it's the easiest way for me to, do you know what I mean? Bond. If I'm working out, I don't particularly want to do any cardio. Sometimes it's long. As long as I tell myself I'll do 5 minutes walking on the machine. As soon as you start and the blood starts flowing, your legs start moving, the music is blasting, listening to some twerk music, just ready to go. Tip number 4, tailor your environment so it's congruent with what you're trying to become. In other words, design your environment, your space around you for success. We all know the famous saying, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. If they're not right for the goals you're trying to achieve, then it's time to set boundaries. When you set boundaries, your engagement in the things you actually care about becomes boundless. I mentioned your space, your home environment, things on your wall, on your desk, when you're walking around, what do you see? I know for myself, I was trying to get more vitamins into my diet. They used to be in the cupboard in the kitchen. Now I've placed them on my work desk. Every day I can sense them around me. They're in an easy to reach area. I haven't missed a day. Remember, be kind to yourself. You don't fall down and stay down, crawling on the ground in the fetal position. You get up, you dust yourself off, and you remind yourself why you started this in the first place. And get back to the plan. Quickly. Give in to temptations here and there. It happens to everyone. It could be your diet, a routine, career. It could be drugs. It could be some of that crack cocaine. Remember, you still made a lot of progress before. It is far more rewarding to be uncomfortable and make progress than to stand still, complain, and ultimately give up. Mate, that ice cream cake was so pang. Oh, it literally makes me moist thinking about it. Oh, is this thing on? What? Oh my God.